Good evening, race fans. Want to thank y'all for tuning in once again to the 5 King Motorsports YouTube channel. I'm your host tonight, Tanner Marr. We're calling the Crooked Line Racing Saturday Night Super Truck Series. We're back to short tracks tonight, folks. We're at the most famous paperclip track across the entire United States of America. We're at Martinsville Motor Speedway. Super excited for tonight. Got a lot of talent in this series tonight, too. I was looking at some of the I ratings of all the drivers in here, and there was only like 15 drivers when I counted originally. And man, oh man, there was 11 out of the 15 had an I rating over 3,000. So that just shows the strength of field tonight is out of this world. To get a win here, it's going to take a lot of things. It's going to take some skill, of course, but then on the flip side of that, it's going to take a little bit of lady luck on your side. You're going to have to nail the pit strategy here tonight. And I haven't even mentioned it yet, but there's a little bit of money on the line tonight, folks. $30 to tonight's winner. $10 to whoever captures the pole after qualifying is up. And then another $10 to the driver who can finish the best with the least amount of incident points. They're going to walk away with $10 as well. But throw a little monkey at it. We're going to switch it up a little bit and raise the stakes even higher. The fastest qualifier, they will get $10. But if they elect to take the last to first challenge, that means they'll have to forfeit that pole spot and start all the way in the back. But if they're able to come through the field and win tonight's event, then instead of walking away with just $30 for winning the event, they're going to walk away with a cool $50. That's going to be $60 total for the pole sitter, the winner, and the last to first challenge. Quite a bit of money just for a Saturday night, especially considering this was brought on just spontaneous. It wasn't like this was planned. We mentioned that we would do special event races throughout the season, and we're staying true to that. And this right here, 200 laps at Martinsville. That's going to be our first special event thus far. As Constance Key says, Mark, you're the hometown boy at this track. Let's get it done. Got a few hometown guys here, so that's pretty cool to see. So let's see who's able to put it at the top of the board right now. It's looking like Mr. Levi Allen, looking really strong with a 1948, but got a really fast cat out here in the number 26, Chris Carroll. Now, since he logged into the session with the incorrect number, no matter where Chris Carroll qualifies at, he will be going to the back, as well as Trey Hoovler. They both have incorrect numbers shown on the side of their truck. So, by default, they'll be starting in the back as Chris Carroll just went to P2 on the board with a 1951. Just a little bit off our post hitter right now, Levi Allen. As our other EOL recipient right here, it's Trey Hoovler. He's supposed to be number 54. Side of the truck saying 51. Let's see what Trey's able to do. This is his first lap out here. Let's see what the first lap is here around at the paperclip. As he's coming off turn 4, pushed up a little bit right there. Not going to take the lap. Going to stop before the start-finish line. Did not like his lap, I don't believe. Let's switch over here to the 12 truck. This is his out lap. Going to see what he can do in the number 12. Mark was he was finally able to capture that first elusive win of the series 2 weeks ago at New Hampshire. He loves short track racing, so let's see what that 12 truck can do here. You see, he's not electing also to not go all the way down to the curbing, running almost a diamond around Martinsville as Mark's first lap around just fast enough for P10, and that's all he's going to do. Not even put a second lap in. As now we have Joe the Show. Joe's been fast all season long. I'm going to pull up the points real quick on my end and try to see if he has won a race yet or not. I do not think he has. I know he's been close. Joe the Show, he does not have a win right now. So our 5 winners thus far. We've had 5 races and 5 winners. Have not had our first repeat winner yet. But it goes Jason Day. He won at North Wilkesboro. Chris Carroll, Mark Arthur, Dalton Kilroe, Daniel Hendry, and then Christian Pittman. So will we have a repeat winner tonight? or will the trend continue of first-time winners? We're only taking 10 trucks to go into the playoffs. So if we have 10 different winners, that basically eliminates anybody from being able to make the playoffs just by points. And now, what if we have 11 winners? What are we going to do then? I am not too sure. Let's see how much time. They only have 5 minutes to qualify. Then the next 5 minutes is going to be for interviews. It's looking like Mr. Levi Allen will capture the pole tonight. Let's see if we can find Levi in chat somewhere. He is not. Give me one moment, folks, as we're going to try to hunt down Mr. Levi Allen. Let's just wait and see if we have Levi Allen show up. As I'm seeing, my fellow broadcast partner is on, but I'm not sure he's at his computer just yet. As I
here.
Oh, okay. So, yes, got a special guest in the booth with me tonight, Scotty. Let me just talk to Mr. Allen real quick. Levi Allen, you put that 03 on the pole, just won yourself $10. How you doing tonight, brother?
Doing pretty good, especially since I won $10.
So, Levi, now, I got to ask you. It's a pretty stacked field. Like I said, I counted out of the 15 trucks earlier, I counted 11 plus had over 3K I ratings. So this question I'm about to ask you is a loaded question. Would you like to do the last to first challenge and make it possible to win not only $30, but a grand total of $60? It'd be $20 more if you do accept the last to first challenge.
Sure, I'll try it.
Alrighty, folks. So Mr. Levi Allen, he's going to forfeit the pole spot. He still gets $10 no matter what. If he wins the event, he gets $30. But now, since he accepts the last to first challenge, he'll get $20 extra on there, bringing his total to $60. Levi, I know you love these short tracks, brother. What's it going to take to get around Martinsville cleanly? No fast repair, and now you're starting in the back. What's the strategy?
It's going to be probably trying to keep my nose clean because I don't want to damage the truck too bad getting up the field because it's going to be hard to pass anybody.
Right. I mean, I can only imagine. And I mean, you showed right then you have great short run speed, and I've raced with you enough, turned many laps with you. I know you'll have long run speed. Levi, congratulations on the pole. Congratulations on getting a little bit of money, and thank you for making the broadcast a little bit more interesting.
Thanks for having me interview.
Yes, sir. If you will, Levi, when I move you back down to race team 1, just let Josh know you have accepted the challenge. And I have a feeling we're going to be talking to you a little bit later on. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Yes, sir. All righty.
Levi Allen taking the last and first challenge at Martinsville.
That's
with a stacked field.
Right. That's
bold move.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to take it just because I'm an idiot. You know, I got to take it. Scotty, you put it on the pole right now. In this strength of field, what would you do? Are you going to take the challenge?
You know, probably with tough. If I'm running well enough to put it on the pole, just, what is it, 200 laps tonight? You got plenty of time to get there. You just got to avoid all the chaos that's about to happen.
But no fast repair. That's what scares me more than anything.
Yes, sir.
It ain't the fact of not being able to get back up there. It's just the fact of getting back up there cleanly. That's what I would be scared of. As I want to pull up the points real quick, Scotty. I'm not sure. You probably won't be able to see them right now, but give me 1 second as we go through the points before we head into the grid here tonight, folks. Let's get the picture up here. So as it stands right now, folks, I told you, we've had 5 winners in 5 races. I think we've had 6 races, so where's our other winner at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, Tanner just can't count. We have had 6 winners. I just could not count. So 6 races, 6 different winners. Right now, Jason Day is holding it down. Top of the board right now. Got Chris Carroll chomping at the bits right there behind him. He's quite a bit of ways behind him, actually, Scotty. He's about 40 points out of our leader, Jason Day. And Mark Arthur, he's in 3rd. Dalton Kilrose, 4th. Daniel Hendricks, 5th. Reed Christensen, he's ran good all season long, but just cannot get the finishes he would like to have. Only 2 top 5s. He's going to look to change that tonight. He's in the 6th place spot. Pittman is in 7th. Aiden Young's in 8th. Joe the Show Burchett, winless right now. And that's crazy to think the show was winless. And then Cindy Taylor, she is holding down the final playoff spot right now. That could all change tonight. We could have either a repeat winner or another first-time winner. You never know coming into a track like Martinsville. It's not nearly as unpredictable as Talladega or Daytona. But man, oh man, it's pretty unpredictable.
Yeah, anything can happen. A lot of people overdrive the turns here. You run nose to tail. Someone misses the corner just a little bit, and you're getting run over. So you never know. One
lapse of judgment, one just little mistake, and boom, calamity. Half-mile track, anything can happen here tonight, folks, as we're getting ready to go through the race grid. I want to thank y'all again for tuning in. As we see, Levi Allen, 03 from Overtake Motorsports, he put it in P1. Chris Carroll's firing off second on his outside. Joe Burchett, he'll be firing off in the third place spot with Jason Days, number 52, Maple Leaf Muscle, starting in the fourth place spot. Aiden Young is going to be inside row number 3 with Daniel Hendry firing off to his outside. Dalton Kilrose in 7th. Jason Raymond's in 8th. Stoney Benfield's in 9th. And then Cindy Taylor, not only is she 10th in the points, she's also 10th coming into tonight at the grid. Mark Arthur, a little bit off in qualifying. He's only in P11 with Mark Lewis in P12. So a battle of the marks at row 6 right there. And then, starting in the 12th place spot, we have, 13th spot, we have Christian Pittman, Joshua Sexton representing 5 King Motorsports in 14th, Chase Pierce is in 15th, Trey Hoovler is in 16th, and Isaac Castillo is in 17th. So, only 17 drivers tonight. Typically, I would think, man, that's not very good. But, the talent that's out here in this field is just out of this world. Scotty, you're one of these drivers starting in the back. What do you do here? Stage 1 ends at lap 50, so if that would change your approach at all.
Be smart. Take your time. Have a lot of patience. There's no sense in trying to overdrive the truck the first half of the race. Just sit back, take them when you can get them. Let everyone else make mistakes.
And we was hearing reports they could go about 50 laps on fuel. So fuel should not be a problem unless somebody is just overdriving it, really turning them RPMs and using that extra fuel up. But Scotty, they got 3 total sets of tires. The set they start the race on, and they got 2 sitting in the pits waiting on them. When is the right time to take them tires? That's the question all of us drivers wish we would know. But no matter what, you always feel like when you do go take tires, you always feel like it's the wrong time because as racers, we want that advantage late in the race, not in the middle of the race.
You're right.
But then, contrary to that, this series has stage points. You finish first at the end of a stage. That's 10 points right there. You finish 10th, it's only a point. And Jason Day, he has captured a win, but the reason why he is so far ahead of the likes of Chris Carroll is because he's had so many stage points. As you see these drivers dipping off to the high side. EOL time for Levi Allen, Chris Carroll, Trey Hoovler, and Jason Day, since he was last week's winner. Puts a lot of fast drivers at the back of the pack. That's nerve-wracking. If you're back there by yourself and you're fast, cool. But when you have 3 to 4 fast guys back there with you, you got 2 choices. You can work with that driver and try to pick off people as you go. Because if it comes down to you 2 racing back there, what are you really gaining? You're not gaining a whole lot there. So, pace car pulls off. They need to get double filed up. I'm not sure what Joe Burchett or Aiden Young's doing here, as they are still single file for whatever reason. As I think they're going to delay this.
Maybe.
Caution's not out. They're green flag races, Scotty. Don't ask me. We're clueless. We're up here broadcasters tonight. We have nothing to do with that. As a top 3,
no, it is.
Top 3 had the
Seems
perfect restart. I mean, they had.
Seems like they were still rolling up on their yellow going into the backstretch there. So I don't know. That was weird.
I think our admins gave the EOLs too late right then. Didn't allow time for the people to fall back. I'm not sure what transpired there, but top three was able to break away. And Joe Burchett, he's put a little bit of a gap over second place runner right now. Aiden Young has almost 0.7 of a second lead over second place, and that's Aiden Young in second as you look back on him.
Got the first yellow's out.
Oh, yellow flag. I'm seeing Mark Arthur enter pit lane, left pit lane. I think that's just a glitch. Are you seeing it? I think the caution was thrown manually right there. Manually.
I believe you're right. I believe Josh Sexton threw that yellow for whatever reason.
Yeah, don't throw it whenever the caution or the things mess up. Let's throw it 3 laps later whenever everybody gets spread out. Oh, sexy tone right then. Scotty, it's early in the race. That's what makes this fun. Give me tonight's winner in your eyes.
Night's winner.
We're flying blind, both of us. Well, I mean,
let me go through the field here. You know, I didn't get to watch practice at all.
I didn't either.
So, let's see. Where are we running at right now? Joe Burchett, Aiden Young, Dalton Kilrose, Stoney Benfield, and Mark Arthur sitting top 5. You know, this is one of Mark's favorite tracks, is it not?
It is.
He's always fast at Martinsville. You know, Mark's usually fast everywhere, but with this group of guys right here, he's just not had the luck, or maybe it's just we've not been to a track that he likes. I don't know. Maybe tonight Mark Arthur will take the win. That's who I'm going with, Mark Arthur.
So you're going with Mr. Mark in the pink number 12. I'm going with Joe the Show out front. Has not got him a win yet. We know how fast he is on these short tracks. I mean, he's fast everywhere he goes, but these short tracks, he's just another animal. So you got the number 12, and I got the number 27, Constance Keith. That's Mark's mother, I do believe. It's either mother or sister. Lori Law and Constance Keith. They're always in the chat representing Mark. I know they're going to tell me in just a second. As Constance Keith said, that's my choice too, that number 12. And Joe White from the OSR Network says, sup, what's going on, brother?
How's it going, Joe?
There's
too many people to pick out in this field.
It's
Jason
hard.
Day, Chris Carroll.
Close your eyes and just throw a dart, and you whoever you land on has a great shot at winning this.
I mean, you just said it. 6 races, 6 different winners, right?
Right, exactly. And it's not like the tracks have been just cookie cutter tracks here. They've been some difficult tracks. We started out the season at Daytona, went to Wilkesboro. That's where Jason Day won. I'm trying to think where some other winners was.
Well, I can tell you who did not win last week.
Who was that? Who didn't win last week?
I don't know. Somebody lost a bunch of talent and just couldn't drive the truck.
Are we talking about Scotty Stevens?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, these guys are being weird under caution. Look at them. They're still being weird. I'm pretty sure the 07 just got into the back of the 97 right there, but I have the camera pretty far off. It was hard to see. See if Cindy Taylor has front end damage or not. I definitely heard metal on metal. She looks fairly clean. But Isaac. Maybe it wasn't these two. I could have swore it was. Oh well, getting ready to go back green flag racing. Field is in the hands of Joe the Show, number 27. Aiden Young's firing off to his outside. That's not where you want to be, I don't believe. I look for the 41 to try to get in there quick before the 69 closes the door right here.
Here we go. Green flag's out.
So there it is. I mean, 41 drove it off in there fairly deep to make sure he could get there. And you look, the 12, I think the 12 cut the 69 a break right then of Aiden Young. Too early to be racing hard right there. 2 veteran drivers. Aiden Young just took what he could get right then. Basically gave the spot to Dalton Kilroe. You're starting on the outside of Martinsville. That's the worst possible thing. We got a battle back here, 65, 75, and a 71, all kind of stacked up. As you see, Jason Raymond's on the outside fighting for his life. Oh, Jason Raymond's just looped it, got into the outside wall. No fast repair tonight, no caution for him. And I just noticed something right here. Our last to first challenge, Mr. Levi Allen, he's worked his way up to P8 now already.
It looks like Jason Raymond's got a little bit of damage on the back end of his truck, but short track shouldn't hurt him too bad.
No, I just
if any at all.
Kissed the wall a little bit right then. It was weird though. He got on the brakes and it was kind of like our setup last night at the Winter Derby. Every now and then it would just go sporadic, and that's kind of what it did right there. He got on the brakes and then swoop, he was sliding from that point on.
Yeah, you never know the way that spoiler looks on that truck. Maybe it'll help him out a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, it's a possibility. I've definitely seen some weird stuff happen at Martinsville. I can think of real life where Dale Jr. got beaten, banged on all race, didn't have a fender, and he ended up winning that race. He talks about it all the time on his podcast. That was like his favorite moment in NASCAR. I mean, I'm seeing, I think Sexy Tone, Joshua Sexton is winning around. Let's bring it back up and see on the BAM Racing Videos Wreckage Replay. Got teammates right here, the 51 to 52. Oh, the same thing happened to Sexy Tone. I can't believe that was a car. Oh, no, he's going to loop it all the way. Never mind. So the 51, basically the same type of deal that happened with Jason Raymond in the 44. Just got on the brakes and the truck did not like it.
Nope, just four-wheel slide all the way into the turn. Looks pretty familiar. I don't know what it is with these with the brakes in these trucks, but it does it a lot.
Joshua Sexton, I know you love when I pull you up after a mistake like that. Are the brakes on this truck feeling a little weird, huh? Jason Raymond did the same thing.
Yeah, I was I turned the brakes all the way to the rear because it's tight. I mean, it's funny because we were at 80 degrees to start the race or practice. It felt pretty good, and now we're dropped down to about 78, and it's actually made a big difference as far as how tight the car is. So put the brakes to the rear and I hit the brakes and I almost lost it. So
At least you didn't pull a young gun Raymond. You didn't eat the outside wall like he did. So no harm, no foul. Lost a little bit of track position, but we'll be calling action. Maybe that 51 can get back up front.
10-4.
He loves when I call him up after a mistake. He loves it. He talked that time though. Normally he just answers the question and goes mute. He wasn't mad about that one though. I could tell. Oh, it's the best, man. Watching, especially my buddies when y'all wreck. It's the best pulling y'all up.
Oh, I'm sure you get a little kick out of it.
Cause I gotta remain somewhat professional, but deep down, like y'all know, I'm poking y'all. I'm poking the bear.
Every time last week, every time I looped it or got in an accident, I heard that little in Discord. Like, here comes Tanner.
Mine don't do that anymore. Mine don't do that little notification whenever somebody comes in or I pull somebody in. I don't know why I don't do it, but it's pretty annoying actually. Alrighty, folks. Lap number 18. Stagecoach is coming at lap number 50. It'll actually be as a cross for lap 51. When the leader crossed, the caution automatically flies about 4 seconds after the leader crosses. So now, the 41, Scotty, we saw the 41 on the inside row number 2. He was able to jump on and get by the 69 of Aiden Young. Rows were reversed this time.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say about the same thing. 41 is going to be starting on the outside. Let's see if he can jump down in front of Aiden. Or is he going to get caught up and even let Mark Arthur slide on by?
That's the thing. You get stuck on the outside here. It's sometimes best to do what Aiden did. He cut his losses early. Like he said, okay, 41's here. He's to my inside already. I'm just going to let him by, and then I'll fall back behind him. If you stay out there and try to battle that 41 like Aiden could have done, that opens the door for the 12, the 75, the 65, all them drivers right there behind him, chomping at the bit, trying to get around him. And we know these restarts, you got to get every possible thing you can, because you don't know when a long green flag run is going to come, and it may not ever come. As we're getting ready to be green flag racing again, 30 laps to go before the stage break. 27 gets a great jump. The 69 of Aiden Young did as well. He's going to be inside the 41.
Here he comes. Mark Arthur's right behind Aiden Young. Looks like Dalton Kilroy may just get stuck on that outside a little bit. I see clear Aiden Young right here.
Oh,
looks like he does.
Yeah, the 41 got a great run off the corner right then. He didn't really pinch Aiden down a whole lot either. He was just kind of raced him right then. Ooh, I think I just saw Joshua Sexton pancake the wall a little bit on the right side of his truck. I don't see damage.
Looks clean.
Maybe not. As Chris Carroll took the EOL for having the wrong number at the beginning and not able to fight his way up through the field to the likes of like Levi Allen the way Levi has.
Yeah, Levi must have a bigger motor than everybody else this week, huh?
Bigger something. As let's jump on board with Chris Carroll, see what it's like attacking a little half-mile track in these trucks. These trucks have the least amount of power out of all the NASCAR style stuff, but even still, they have too much power for a little track like this. Like, that's why the fans love it when they come here, because these trucks are, I mean, pretty much they shouldn't be out here. This is too small of a track for them, but it's such a good show because it's a driver's track. You gotta have talent to get around this track for 200 laps, and that's what we're going to see tonight. Whoever can do it, they'll get them a little bit of cheese here tonight. As you see, very, very sharp corners. Chris is really having to work at wheel, and not a whole lot of off throttle time. So you get off the throttle, you're hard onto the brakes, so you're making them front brakes really. They're really working, trying to slow the truck down. So brake fade, will it come into play? If they get a good green flag run here tonight, brake fade will definitely come into play. And I'm seeing that truck is pretty tight by how much Chris Carroll is having to turn that wheel to the left there.
You know, we're accustomed to seeing Chris Carroll just blow through the field.
Right.
You know, no matter what track it is. One of Martinsville is one of his worst tracks, or something about Martinsville just doesn't jive with him. Or is he just saving his equipment? 200 laps, long race. Maybe he's just biding his time, wait till the stage cautions come out. Maybe a little strategy.
So, Scotty, if you was out there tonight, you know the stage is coming at lap 50, well, really 51. What's the tire strategy you try to pull off here tonight with only 2 sets in the pits? Do you take a set at lap 50, or do you go all the way to 100?
That's a good question. I think if I'm sitting in the back, I think I'm going off strategy. Everyone takes tires, I'm not taking tires. Everyone does not take tires, I may take tires.
But then you kind of run the risk of, say you don't take tires, most of the field does. You might be flirting with lap down territory then. If a green flag run does happen to pop off, where I think it will. I think we have the talent out here tonight. Martinsville's a tough track, I know, but everybody's pretty much single filed out right now. I'm trying to find a battle, and nobody's really battling. As I see Chase Pierce get a little loose right then. I also think I think the truck's bottoming out too. Sorry, Scotty, go ahead.
Obviously, I don't know what the tire wear is like in these trucks. I did before I jumped up in the broadcast booth. I took a couple laps around just to see how the truck felt, and honestly, it didn't feel that bad. A little loose on throttle when you go wide open on the straightaway, but overall, it wasn't that bad. And with these stage cautions coming to lap 50 and lap 100?
Yep.
I think you could go off the pit strategy on the first pit, upon the first pit stop there. I think you'd be okay if everyone takes tires and you don't. You get that track position. You know, everyone's got to work around you. You're not going to drop to the back that quick to go a lap down. I don't think.
Right. And by the time the leader does finally, if he does get to you, well, shoot, man, he's probably going to have about the same amount of tires you got if he's hustling it around there. But I say that, though, Scotty, the best lap on the track thus far has been Joe the Show with a 1961. That last time around the track, he was a 20.01. So he's 4/10 off his fastest time. So tire wear may be a pretty big factor here.
Oh.
But he's also out to almost a second lead over second place runner Dalton Kilroy right now, too. So he may just be chilling, taking it easy.
Yeah, you know how these fast drivers are. They're smart. They get a good lead. It's like, why push it anymore? Just sit back, save. You know, maybe those guys reel you in a little bit, and you can drive back away from them.
It's a game that all of us we play when we're a leader. You have two choices. If you're faster than everybody, you can just drive out of their life, you know. But if you try to stay about half a second to a second out in front of them, that driver behind you is going to be pushing, because in their mind they're like, oh, we're racing, I can get to that guy. But if you can maintain your pace, you can really make that guy behind you truly eat their stuff all up just trying to run you down. And that may be what Joe the Show is doing right now, because their lap times are almost identical, Scotty.
It very well could be.
As Aiden Young's pulled that 69 up there a little bit closer to Dalton Kilroy, so Aiden's looking really stout here tonight. Aiden's had a great season. He just has not had great finishes. He's getting good stage points every week. He's one of the leaders as far as bonus points is. Has a big wreck in the back, I think.
Yeah.
There's no cautions on the speedway yet, but I'm seeing 3 people have went around. Chase Pierce, Jason Day. Well, no, it's just 2 people. See what happened here.
Yeah, Maple Leaf Muscle got in it.
So the 65 and the 52 is who I seen on the tattletale box.
Yeah, it looks like Jason Day washes up just a little bit, or he's
Oh.
running just a little higher. 65 runs it in there, a little deep, tags him, spins him around there.
No fast repair for none of these drivers really, but that makes me worry about Daniel here, because Daniel hits the 65 going pretty hard right in the front of the truck. Now, as far as being down on power, I don't think so. But the one type of damage in Martinsville you don't want is front end damage. I mean, just because I reckon it's so weird, dude. I mean, last night I had a very, very simple crash where I didn't think I had any damage, and I was down on power. I mean, it's just something they're going to see here. I'm trying to see the 71 if he's taking tires. He is not taking no tires. Now,
Yeah.
if you're...
Jason Day got pretty lucky there.
He
sitting
did.
Sideways on the track, and everyone goes around him, so he got very lucky.
If you have been riding around the back, if you think people are going to take tires in 10 laps, would it be worth it just to grab a set now and then get the track position at the end of the stage?
Yeah, that's what I would do. If I plan on taking tires on the first stage break, I'm taking tires right now.
Because by the time we go back green flag, there's only going to be, what, 7 to 8 laps left? Let's keep the camera on Jason Day and see what he does elect to do here. I'm going to guess he's not taking tires at all.
Does not appear to be.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
just get
pull
his
him.
damage check.
We'll pull him up real quick, just have a quick little word with him. Jason Day, you got Scotty and Tanner Moore in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yep.
So I see you bring it down pit road. No tires right then. I know you're not happy being spun. Who would be? But it looks like you mitigated most of the damage by keeping it off the wall. How you like your chances tonight after winning last week?
Not very good. I still got a bunch of damage to fix.
What is your damage? How much did you get?
I like 40 seconds worth.
What?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, the left quarter panel is a little wrinkled up, but nothing too bad, really. That's kind of
it's all
crazy.
on the backside. It's all on the backside. I think that 40 seconds is just all cosmetic stuff. You don't need a pretty truck to go out and win Martinsville, Mr. Day.
Yeah, I just didn't need to be dumped right there. I had nowhere to go. He didn't have anywhere to go either.
Right. In a box at that point. Neither one of y'all had anywhere to go. Just a little bit of patience needs to be shown. Good luck to you, Jason. He's firing off right behind you. Maybe we'll be talking to you at the end, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's not very happy, huh? He wasn't a happy
not
camper.
happy at all.
Wasn't a very happy camper there.
I don't even know who it was that actually turned him there. Who's in the 65 truck?
Chase Pierce? It was him, wasn't it?
Pierce.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
him.
Oh, wait a second. Chase Pierce got him on Monday night twice as well. Oh, I should have thought about that and said that to Jason. Could have got him really riled up then. Let's see if the 41, how he does on this result. 27 is just, he's firing like a rifle.
yeah.
But the 41's right there with him. As Mark Arthur started in the 4th place spot, he's now in 3rd, going to battle Dalton Kilroy as they come out of turn number 2 here.
Oh, yeah. Watch out. Mark Arthur's coming. That was my pick to win it.
So my pick and your pick are running 1-2 right now. As I think Mark will have the advantage coming out of 2 right here. As a little bit of wheel hop from the 12 right then. I saw that truck bounce, but it may have helped him.
Really close to clearing that 41. As soon as he gets around that 41, he's going to set his sails on Joe Pritchett.
Kudos to Dalton Kilroy on the 41 hanging on like that and finally just couldn't do it any longer, but still. Now, let's see what I mentioned a while ago. If you do elect to battle that driver on your inside, That's going to allow other drivers to get up there. Now you see Aiden Young. Aiden, he pulled in. He just let him go. That's 2 breaks now. The 69's cut to 41. Will those breaks continue? As we're now 4 laps to go, Scotty, for some stage points here. It's still Joe the Show out front. But now he's got a different car out his mirror. It's none other than Mr. Mark Arthur here. Mark Arthur always has some fans in the stands. Lori Law has not spoke up in chat yet. Lori, I'm missing you, girlie. Where you at? Talk to me. Caution is out. That will be the stage break right there. But now this is where it gets interesting. If Joe pits, Mark doesn't, the stage goes to whoever's actually leading at lap 50. So I made this mistake last week. I'm going to wait until lap 50 before I even say who the stage winner is. Let's see who elect stayed out. Aiden Young stayed out. Dalton Kilroe stayed out.
Jason Raymond stayed out. Looks like is that Chris Carroll stayed out too.
But with it being lap 50, they don't have very much fuel left, Scotty. And now say if that was lap 50 right there, they just went on, I could say, okay, now go in, get your fuel and tires, whatever you want to do. But they'll be going green around lap 50. So these guys that just stayed out, I don't think they have a chance to pit. And I'm trying to see who's taking tires and who isn't. Mark Arthur only had a 7-second pit stop. He did not take tires.
Absolutely not.
Joe Burchett had a 10.6 second stop. He may have took tires right then. As we're going to pull up Dalton Kilroe and see what he's planning to do here. As he's going to stay out. Dalton, you got Scotty and Tanner in the booth. You got a copy. Dalton, we see a lot of you drivers elect to stay out here. You know the stage is lap 50. Is this just to get stage points?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is.
So what about the fuel situation you got going on now? Because you said you can only go about 50 laps. Been a few cautions. What's that looking like?
Yeah, it's definitely helped us to be where we can actually still save some fuel. It's gonna be tight, so those of us that stayed out are gonna need a pretty quick caution to not have to pit under green. I'm actually gonna see what iRacing does here, but there is a good chance. Yeah, it's 2 to green now, so anybody staying out now, they're committing to the stage points.
So tell me, just be straight up with it. Bed's already made. You can't pit now. How many laps you got left, Dalton? How close is it? Like how quick do you need a caution?
I'd say probably within 10 laps.
Oh, okay, so that's a little better than what I thought, but that's still bad. All right, Dalton, I'll get you back down to your race team, brother. Stage 1 winner goes to Mr. Dalton Kilroe, number 41. He's been fighting hard on that high side. He's got the inside starting lane this time. Good luck, Dalton.
Thank you.
So, Scotty, are the stage points worth it in that instance, though? If you can only go 10 laps?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's a bad move. They're really, really banking on a caution right here. Yeah, I mean, you take that pit road up on the green. What's that gonna put you back? At least 2 laps, right?
At least at the bare minimal. So our stage winner, Dalton Kilroe, and our 10th place guy, Jason Day, got spun, went down pit road, came back out, and he got a stage point right then because the leader's pitted.
I'd much rather have a race win over a stage win. I don't
Absolutely.
think I can call right there.
Absolutely. As the 41 gets a great launch, they just need a quick caution. And they may get, I thought the 51 was going to go around right then. It looked like he may have spun his tires. So now you got some different drivers up front now. The 44, we saw Jason Raymond have a little incident trying to get on the brakes earlier. And then got the 51 a few cars back. The drivers that just elected to pit, Mark Arthur and company, Joe Burchett, they don't want a caution. They want to force these drivers to go a lap down. But this 41, 69, 44, 26, and the rest, they all desperately need a caution and need it quick.
No, Jason Day may be good on fuel. He had that caution before. He went under pits. Maybe he took fuel. There might have been a couple other trucks out there.
So
got some fuel up under some cautions before that. But we had what? How many trucks stayed out right there? There's a good handful of them.
So the top 7 stayed out. Of the top 7, though, Chase Pierce pitted on lap 39, and Chris Carroll pitted on lap 16. So they may if you get on pit road, you're going to take a little bit of fuel. I mean, it's just the way it is. So Chris Carroll and Chase Pierce, Jason Day, like you mentioned, probably they're in a better scenario than our top 4 are right now, aside from Chris Carroll. And I mean, we're green, and I'm going to go through the field. I don't see no side-by-side racing, Scotty.
Just way to make it interesting, Dalton Kilrow. Way to make it interesting.
Isaac Castillo, though, I've seen he has went around, and he's trying to sit and manifest a caution. I was going to be mad right then, bro. I was going to be really mad if he sat there for a caution. All right, no caution. I thought he was trying to make one happen after spinning.
Yeah, I got another screen up here watching the race. I never saw him spin it out there.
10 laps, Scotty. 10 laps is about all that could go. That goes by quick whenever you're turning a 19-second lap. They went back green on what? 51, 52, 51, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
And they're on lap 58 now.
You got to expect him within the next 5 laps.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As this may not be a good strategy for these guys. The stage points are nice, but at what risk? As I'm seeing, the driver that did pit to the inside of Chase Pierce, that's Mark Arthur, currently in the 6th place spot. So he's not on fresh rubber, but he just has speed right now.
And Joe Burchett right behind him.
Right. Yeah, I don't think Joe, even if it was vice versa, I don't think whichever driver's behind each other right then, whether it's Joe or Mark, they're not letting that other guy get out of their sight. They're going to stay within striking distance to each other because they've been the fastest all night thus far.
And neither one of them took tires to put in that pit stop. I went back and reviewed it. Nobody took tires. Fuel only stopped for both those drivers.
So Joe had a 10-second stop. I wonder if he had maybe a little damage, scraping the wall or something. He didn't look like he had any damage. He's been out front the whole race.
Maybe Mark Arthur just took him, got enough fuel just to take him to lap 100. I don't know. 6 seconds of fuel, that's at least one.
Well, they can only go 50 laps altogether. They said between 49 and 52 laps on a full tank tonight. So from lap 50 to lap 100, that's 50 laps right there. He had to fill it up, basically.
Yeah.
As we are now on lap number 63. I'm waiting to see this truck peel off. Let's jump on board with Dalton and see if he's saving fuel. Watch his RPM gauge. Watch it drop all the way down. He's in the clutch. Clutching it down, clutching it down. Gets back into it. And now that may be, Martinsville has a terrible glitch where the sound's messed up. As Aiden Young, 69, he's pulling it down pit road now. So got the stage points, but it's going to lose a few laps here.
Absolutely will. Let's see how many laps he goes down.
Sandy Taylor does. What do you just fill it up now, or do you just add 4 gallons, make it 10 laps? I don't know what you do in this situation. Dalton Kilrow, our race leader, just surrendered the lead. No caution for him. That's going to allow none other than Mr. Chris Carroll to go out front.
Next stage is at lap 100, correct?
Yep.
And Chris Carroll pitted on lap 16. I don't think he can make it.
He can't make it either. As the 44 and the 51 are pulling down pit road now. So let's pull this side ticker up and see how many laps down. As it is right now, Aiden Young, he is only 1 lap down. Dalton Kilroy's 1 lap down. Cindy Taylor's 2 laps down. Aiden Young had almost an 8-second stop, so he did fill it up. Dalton filled it up. So basically right now, Aiden and Dalton are racing each other because they need to be the lucky dog candidate. As Jason Raymond still sitting on pit road. I cannot believe
he wasn't getting his damage fixed right there.
Right. Only a 7.5-second stop. I just don't know about that call. But if they would have had a caution, they would have looked like geniuses. So, I mean, that's what I mentioned earlier. When do you make the calls? And you see the 12 going to the inside of the number 26. Going to bring Joe the show with him. We said these two drivers will not get away from each other. Now the next time they battle, it's going to be for the race lead here. Roles of reverse, though. Joe the Show led the entire first stage. Now the 12 truck's going to throw his name into the hat and get him a few laps led here tonight as well.
Chris Carroll watches way up the track. I don't know if he's just given that position or if he's on a struggle bus right now.
He's allowing all these drivers around him.
He may be trying to save until the end because we know he can't make it on fuel.
Oh, look at his RPM gauge. He's going all the way
he's
down.
Definitely saving fuel.
He's in hardcore save mode.
He has to. I mean, it's either go down pit road and go a lap or two down, or save as much as you can and
hope for a
try to stay on
caution.
the lead lap. Yeah.
Right.
You made your bed. You got to lay in it.
It's pushing up like that too, so it's hard to. You're not using any brake. You're just using clutch, obviously, and that's not slowing the truck down. So it's hard to hold the bottom with no brake, just clutching, letting that truck roll as far as it can. But I don't think Chris can go to the end of the stage. I mean, he pitted on lap 16. That's too many laps there. You can't save that much at Martinsville. As we got a flyby shot right here. I love his static shot. It's going to change here in a second. This one right here. They just fly by.
Oh, yeah. Love when you gotta love it when NASCAR does crank it up and gets that shot right on the wall.
So right now, Dalton Kilroe is in the lucky dog spot. Aiden Young's a lap down behind him, and Joshua Sexton's a lap down behind him. So Aiden Young's going into turn 3 right now. Dalton Kilroe's coming out of turn 4. Ah, man. The 41 just wants a caution at this point.
Oh, yeah. 41's okay.
If nobody else goes a lap down, though, Scotty. They're coming up on Stoney. Stoney's about a half a track ahead of them, actually. He'll be the next guy to go a lap down.
I don't think they'll, 12 seconds. Stoney's about 11 seconds behind the leader. I don't think the leaders will catch them 23 laps.
What up? I just saw a message from Coffee. He missed the start. He said, pull him in the broadcast. Coffee, you are live on broadcast now, brother.
10-4, yeah. A little late getting to the party, but I see it's going without me.
We're just having a good old time, sitting up here chit-chatting, watching a good race.
Oh, yeah.
Was you in here, Coffee, when you saw people elect to not pit to get stage points at the end of stage number 1?
I just came in when the last few were pitting.
Okay, yeah, so
Sexton and somebody else were pitting when I got in.
So a caution came out, I think it was like lap 47. Our leaders pitted. They just said, screw the stage points, don't care nothing about it. And you can only go 50 laps on fuel. So, I mean, Dalton said he could go about 10 laps after they went back green. But they all stayed out. There was like 7 of them stayed out. And now...
Strategy.
But now they're laps down. They're a lap down. So, I mean, Dalton Kilroe's in the best spot right now because he is the lucky dog candidate. But that's if nobody else goes a lap down, which I don't think our leaders will get to Stoney Benfield. He's currently 12 seconds behind them. But they are catching him.
Gotcha. What was the top 5 starting order again?
Scotty, you can pull it up on your end. Where did everybody start at tonight? Give us the top 5. I know Levi Allen got the pole.
It's top 5. Levi Allen, Chris Carroll, Joe Burchett, Jason Day, Aiden Young. That was your top 5. Your top 5 on the grid.
3 of those top 5 took EOLs though. They didn't even get to start up there.
All right. It looks like we got Jason Raymond and. Well, never mind. I'm a little far back there. I was just going back to see what Jason Raymond did up under his pit stop. Because he's being showed 3 laps down now.
Oh. What happened? Did you see? It's Chris Carroll's exiting pit road now. Chris Carroll went a lap down. Carroll went 2 laps down.
I don't see anything unusual about Jason Raymond's pit stop. He had to go back in. That's the reason he's 3 laps down. So maybe speeding on pit road.
Very
knows?
possible.
So potential pit road penalty for Jason Raymond.
He re-entered pit road lap 69, and he stopped for very, very briefly. So I don't know. Maybe got another splash of gas.
I don't know, man. That's
I'll
weird.
see if I can get word on that real quick and get back to y'all.
All right, we'll move you back up.
10-4.
Good.
I was wondering why he went 3 laps down.
I didn't even notice it, bro. To be honest, had no clue. As the battle for the lead's kind of heating up, 27 to Joe Burchett is right there on the back door of the 12. As 12 truck gets a little loose right then. As we'll give Coffee about 10 more seconds and we'll move him back up and see what happened with the number 44 of Jason Raymond. Dog Kilrow is still in the lucky dog spot. Got Joshua Sexton a lap down. And Aiden Young. It goes Kilrow, Young, then Sexton. Let's give an update on where those drivers are. Dalton is at the start-finish line when Aiden's going into turn 4 and has Joshua Sexton right there behind him. So, I mean...
Yeah. Battle for the lucky dog.
Where'd Coffee go? I couldn't find any Coffee. I was looking for you. What's the word?
So Jason Raymond was hit with a speeding on pit road on exit.
So the green flag stop. Green flag stop. He tried to get everything he could. Wow.
Yep, it happens. It happens. It's a tough place to be in, though.
And I didn't see any miscue from Chris Carroll's pit stop when he went in. So he was just off pace and went 2 laps down there.
Yeah, now when Chris decided to finally pit, where he tried to save for so long, he lost so much track position to our leaders where they basically passed him right as he went down pit road. And then they came around again, obviously, whenever he was taking his fuel.
Where Joe Burchett is putting the pressure on Mark Arthur up here. I thought he was about to get into him there for a second.
Yeah, this right here, these two are going to duke it out for the stage win now, but I think these two trucks, if they remain clean, these two might just duke it out for the race win as well. Joe Burchett's trying to get that elusive first win.
And if we were to have a caution right now, Mr. Kilrow would be your lucky dog contender.
They want that. They want a caution now, then another caution at lap 100. That would give us 2 people back on the lead lap. Now, if you're Joshua Sexton, you know you're not getting the lucky dog right here. Do you stay out once again and try to get the wave around, get back on the lead lap, and then also roll the dice again, hoping for a quick caution? I don't think you can do that same mistake twice in a race, but lead lap, I mean, that's everything. You can't win a race on a lap down. I mean, you got to be on the lead lap to be in contention.
That is very true. You never know what different people, will pick different strategies. So,
And what would y'all do?
It unfolds and
What are you doing in that situation, Coffee? I know you're pretty balls out. You're go mode all the time.
I'd like to just keep my truck in the best condition I could and try to wait for a lucky dog. And
Okay.
I'd have to figure it out later on in the race if I didn't get a lucky dog,
Right. As Joe Burchett's kind of falling back, got passed by lap car Chris Carroll. That feels weird even saying that. Chris trying to get up here and get a lap back the hard way. That's pretty hard to do with the contenders we have in here, but it's looking like he just might. He may run out of time, though. Only 4 laps left to do it.
I was going back to look and see when Aiden Young got around Josh Sexton. We missed that pass. Going back and looking, I just found Josh Sexton's got heavy right front damage.
Yeah, I see that now. And right rear damage. He did not have it earlier.
He got loose coming out of turn 4, it looks like. Tries to correct it, overcorrects it, smacks the outside wall hard. So Josh Sexton's going to go to pit.
Unscheduled pit stop right here for Chase Pierce. He's bringing a 65 down pit road. I wonder if he did what I said a while ago, Scotty. Only took enough fuel to go like 20 laps or so, hoping for another caution, not go 2 laps down. Because Pierce was on the lead lap still.
Man, these strategies, I just can't wrap my head around them.
Right. as Chris Carroll right here behind our leaders just got really loose. I tried to click on him, but he's not on the lead lap. There he is. Got really loose out of 4. And I'm seeing them brake rotors are really glowing on the front of that 26. So he's really pushing right now. You can see a little faint red glow on the inside of them of the wheel there.
And it gets loose again off.
Yeah, really loose right there. Pace Pierce is still on pit road. He's coming off now. So as it stands, Dalton Kilroy is still going to be our lucky dog. As long as nothing happens here, you just got to have no incident points.
I don't think Mark Arthur enjoyed Joe Burchett breathing down his neck. He's got about a second gap over him now.
Right, as I'm waiting for the caution to come out. It's supposed to come out 4 seconds after they cross the line. It does now. There it is. I'm wondering if Chris Carroll got around Mark right then or not. It looked like he was letting him by for a lap, and then, nope, I don't think Chris Carroll got around him.
So that means Kilroy should be your lucky dog right here if no contact was made anywhere with him.
I think he'll be good as far as contact. What?
I just heard something come over iRacing. Jason Day ran it out of fuel.
Out of fuel, huh? It was that close. As look what Mark Arthur's doing. Pits are not open yet. Mark coming down pit road now.
He must not have been the only one close.
Yeah, Joe Burchett's coming down. Pits are not open. They didn't even catch the field yet. That's interesting.
Hey, I'd take a EOL before I.
Oh, absolutely.
Track.
Absolutely. Did Jason Day, he's getting assistance from the 98 right now. 98 truck looks like it's been used and abused a little bit, huh?
He's beating that back bumper to death.
As Jason Day may still not make his pit box. He's all the way towards the front.
He's there.
What if he got like a too far forward or too far back? As we're seeing that right side get jacked up, taking tires as well. Oh, Stony Benfield. Look at that picture right there. I've always wondered what he looks like, and now I know. Oh, Stony. Back in my high school days. Back in my high school days, he looked like a high school teacher right there. Back in my high school days, I would love to have my name be Stony. It probably should have been my nickname.
From Albemarle, North Carolina.
From where?
Albemarle, North Carolina.
Oh, I'm glad you pronounced it. I was staying hands off of that one.
Yeah.
I was staying clear of that one. Let's see if the pits were closed or not. I think they were. I don't think they entered with them open. Let's pull Mr. Asta up. Mark, you got Coffee, Stevens, and Tanner up in the booth. You got copy?
I got you.
So, Mark, trucks look good all race. It's been a two-man battle, you and Burchett. Did y'all enter a closed pits right then?
No.
Oh, okay. The pits were open. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it kind of close on fuel making it?
I had about 7 laps. Well,
Jason Day ran it out somehow.
I think he had pit right before that caution.
So for the guys that stayed out a while ago to get stage points, it probably wasn't the best call, huh? Now Dalton Kilroy's back on the lead lap, but there's a lot of guys that are off the lead lap now.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made that call. Like I said, I don't worry about stage points anyway. You know that. I just race the race and let the chips fall where they fall. But Burchett's been up my ass, so he's gonna be hard to hold off here.
Right, it's gonna be a battle, and I mean, I said it a while ago when y'all came out of pit road together. No matter who was leading who, the other driver's not gonna let the other one out of sight. So, good luck to you, Mark. Got fans in the stands as always, and maybe we'll be talking to you at the end, break.
Thanks, man.
All right, folks, getting ready to be back. Green flag racing one more time. Lap 106 of 200, going green at 107. Ray Hoovler's worked his way back up front, and look there, our last to first challenge. The 03 of Levi Allen, he accepted the challenge. He put it on the pole. He's starting in P4 here. As Arthur gets a great jump on the field, got the 51 and the 27 doing battle. Mark loves to see that the 51 got by Joe Burchett now.
Absolutely.
As Joshua Sexton is the lucky dog candidate, but we haven't had a real caution in a while. We had a stage caution, that was it. He needs a quick yellow.
I noticed Aiden Young's back on the lead lap. I wonder if he decided to stay out and take a waiver out instead of.
He did.
He didn't get the lucky dog.
He did. He pitted on lap 64. Was his last pit. Good call on that, Blubba.
So his last pit stop was lap 64. He's getting close to having to pit again for fuel.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Coffee, who you picking? Who you picking to win this thing?
I'm going to take a wild guess and go with Levi Allen.
You're going to go with Levi Allen.
Levi Allen is frequently in the top 5 in every division. And I feel like it's about time he pops one off for the win.
I picked Mark Arthur well before Mark Arthur took the lead. And Tanner picked Joe Burchett while he was leading. So you're going to go with Levi Allen. He's running a good race. Like I said, he qualified pole, took an EOL, and now he's right back up there.
Yeah, I like the confidence of that, taking an EOL when you get the pole. So I think he's pretty comfortable in what he's doing here.
Why not? It's for a little bit of money.
Oh yeah. So we're here on lap 13. If the caution were to fall right now, Jason Day would be in your lucky dog position.
Wonder when Aiden Young's going to bring it down to pit road. It looks to be about he's 9 seconds off the lead right now. So maybe if he hits pit road, maybe he won't go but another lap down. But still, are you going to take? You just got to go fuel only. You can't take tires, so that he's going to be behind the power curve even more.
Yeah, I would definitely just take fuel on a green flag stop this quick into a run.
We talking about Mr. Aiden Young in the 69?
Yeah, we're still talking about Aiden Young.
At this point, man, I'm just going to take my loss and wreck somebody. Or just self-spin, honestly.
That thing looks to be pushing a little bit now. I don't know if he just got up in the marbles or what was going on there, but...
I mean, Scott, you've raced me before. You know I'm not afraid just to kind of loop it. Now, maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm an admin in this series, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Ain't that right, Coffee?
Oh, I know all about that. I got a 10-point deduction and a drive in the first lap of a cup league I used to run in for the same thing.
You just...
Only penalty given out all season.
Being on the side that I'm on now, being an admin, I can tell y'all first and foremost, it's hard to prove if it's on purpose or not. So, I mean, do it if you want to, you know? Like, it's hard to prove, really. But it can be proven. Like, if you're the only person with a set of tires in the pits and you just happen to pit or you happen to spin, then you probably self-spun, you know? But, I mean, do what you gotta do.
Yep, at the end of the day, only one person knows for sure, you know.
Right. As I walk away and come back, and Joe Burchett and Mark Arthur,
a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, and they just walked away from our third place runner, Trey Hoovler. And Trey had almost a 15-second pit stop in the box, so he took fresh rubber for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him win either. You know, I'm kind of biased to the KBM scheme.
Me too.
So, I wouldn't be mad at a KBM scheme in victory lane either.
Right now, Coffee, there's been 6 races with 6 different winners. Mark won at New Hampshire. Joe Burchett, though, the other dominating car tonight, he has not won a race yet this season. So
and
are we going
to top 5 all season?
Right, that's what I was saying. Like, it's insane to think that he has not won a race yet. So, will we have our first repeat winner tonight, or are we going to have the trend continue of first-time winners?
Maybe Joe Burchett will pull off a Daniel Hemrick and just wait till the last week to finally secure that one that counts.
Oh, as Aiden Young bringing it down pit road. And he has damage now. Whoa, did he have that a while ago?
I'm not sure. We'll see if he takes tires or just fuel here. I would assume just fuel.
I think Scotty stepped away or something. I'm not sure. Scotty, you here? I don't think Aiden had that damage earlier, dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was on the right front. Like I said, he was pushing earlier when we were watching him. Maybe he got up into the wall or something.
As Kelly Coffee in the chat says, I am listening. Was hoping Coffee would get home in time to make the race. I hear him, though, with y'all. Yes, ma'am. As you heard him right there and said, hi, Mom. That's Mrs. Coffee's baby boy. I know she loves it when I say that.
Here he goes. But Joe Burchett starting to apply
He
some
really,
pressure on that back bumper.
yeah, some true pressure. Now, as he's maybe look low underneath the 12 right here.
Just getting in his head a little bit.
Yep. Playing a little offense while on defense. You got to. So my pick was Joe Burchett. Scotty's pick was Mark Arthur. Who do you got?
While you were gone, I said my pick was Levi Allen.
That's awesome. So we all picked somebody different.
Yep.
Where's Levi? Levi is currently running in the 4th place spot, I think.
Yes, sir.
At the 03, he put it on the pole. He had to be. He showed he had good speed during practice.
Yeah, they're paired up right now. 1 and 2's out, paired up, and then 3rd and 4th's out here, paired up. Pretty good distance ahead of 5th.
I wonder if this is a case of, well, I was going to say, I wonder if Levi's faster than the 51, but just can't get around him. But the 51 looked like he had a little bit of distance between him. So our top two, they're ahead by almost 3 seconds over 3rd and 4th place. So those drivers are also wanting a caution. And now Dalton Kilroy, we saw him go a lap down, got the lucky dog, but he had to start behind everybody. He's currently in the 5th place spot. He's almost 5 seconds behind the leaders. So he's closing in on 4th and 3rd, though.
That he is, and I can say from racing with Joe Burchett, his car tends to come alive in long runs, so
it does indeed.
I don't expect him to fade back anytime soon and give Mark any breathing room. But if anybody is not going to slip up, Mark's not going to slip up, so he'll have to apply some major pressure to cause that one.
Now these are two sim racing veterans right here. The 27 is trying to get into the 12's head. He wants that 12 to constantly watch that mirror, because when you watch that mirror, all it takes is one time to mess up and miss your mark. And look, ooh, Joe Burchett almost applied more than pressure. He almost applied the bumper right then.
He definitely got into him.
Oh, there's Scotty. I thought maybe you passed out or something on us over there.
Oh, sorry, I had a phone call. You know, real important. Father-in-law calling about some deer hunting. Had to talk to him a little bit.
Look at that.
Martinsville, so a bump and run's not out of the picture.
As Alan Young is put in the chat, come on, Aiden, pick up the pace. So, Alan, I'm not sure if you were here earlier. He elected to stay out when others pitted, so that put him behind the 8 ball as far as fuel was. And now you see what happened. He's ended up going, I know, at least 1 lap down. It may be 2 laps down, but good to see you in the chat, Alan. You're a newcomer here. I've never seen you speak up before. Thank you for tuning in. As I know we have other battles on the track, but I really don't want to step away from these two. I've seen Joe almost get to the back bumper of the 12. I know the minute we switch over to somebody else, these two will get side by side, beating and banging on each other.
Coming up on some lap traffic. Up is Joshua. Oh, and
Mark is really loose right there.
Maintain speed though.
Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? Didn't really lose anything.
I think Joe gave him a little room just because there was a car to the outside too. He didn't have much nowhere to go either. So.
Look how tight this truck is, Coffee. Look how hard they're turning that wheel to the left right here. You know, with these iRacing setups, they're not very good.
Yeah, I would have had 8-1 in my truck for sure.
Look how much deeper Joe Burchett's driving in there.
They're in real deep compared to Mark letting out.
And now
they cost him slightly off the corners when you do that. So.
Yep. Chris Carroll's coming up pit road.
Coming off the corner.
Yeah,
Chris Carroll already have that damage, or did he back it into something?
I don't know. I don't know about him, and I don't know about Aiden Young. Look at the front of Aiden's truck. Did he have this a while ago when I stepped away? He didn't, did he?
Not real sure.
I don't think he did. as Joshua Sexton's coming down pit road. So the fuel window is here, folks. As Josh cannot buy any luck in this series, man. He's ran decent, but just cannot buy the luck he needs. As Joe Burchett,
Joe is not letting up.
And like I mentioned, well, these are 7 veterans, man. They don't make very many mistakes. Oh, contact into the back of him, got into the back of the 12. You see Joe Burchett. That may be an unsafe pit exit too for Mark. He crossed over the cone right then.
Yep, had nowhere to go, so that should be taken care of, I would assume.
Yeah.
Scotty or Coffee, one of y'all jump down there and say if he did get one, that can be cleared. Because he's an admin. He won't clear it, I don't think.
10-4.
Man, oh man, what a tough break right then for the 12. As Joe Burchett, look what he did, though. He's now in 3rd. He let the other 2 guys pass him because he felt bad for that right then. He didn't do it intentional.
Yeah. No, you could see it. As soon as it happened,
He slowed way up.
Hard on the brakes. Tried to let Mark gather it up. And you see what he's doing. He's slowing down enough. He's going to let Mark back around him, I'm sure.
Right.
Or at least let Mark to his back bumper. That's a classy move.
That was. I mean, may not have been classy getting in the back of him, but I don't think, like you said, he didn't do it intentionally. He just got in there a little bit harder. He was trying to apply as much pressure as he could and just kind of slid in there. Coffee is back in here with us. Did he get a black flag for that, Coffee? Oh, no, he's not back. What? I moved you to race team 1, Coffee, instead of the broadcast booth. So, did he get a black flag for that?
I believe he did, but it was cleared before I could get him.
Oh, okay, good deal. Good deal.
Situated.
Was he mad?
Nah, it's hard to tell with Mark, you know.
Right. I got you. Those 2 right there are best friends. They've never had an argument or anything, have you?
Oh, me and Mark. Well, that actually flips the lineup, though.
It does.
Move to 1 and 2, and
right. Shout out to Joe Burchett right then. Because as soon as he got into the back of Mark, he basically came to a stop. Let Mark gather back up. He could have made it a lot worse for the 12. I mean, he could have stayed pinned to him, you know.
Yeah, he tried to let him gather it up as best he could.
And then he just gave up spots because of it. So if that's not a class act, I don't know what it is. I don't want to look in the chat because I know Lori Lawler's not going to be happy. As Alan Young says about Aiden Young, guess I'll have to work with him on pit strategy since he is my brother. Yeah, Alan. Yeah. Tell him to get it together. He's ran really good all season. He just cannot find the luck he needs to get a great finish. But he's been up front for a huge portion of all these races.
And the 51 of Hoovler seems to be running pretty comfortably out there. He's not got a huge gap, but he doesn't seem to be giving up much.
Ooh, Joe Burchett trying to get him another one. He's all over the back of Levi there.
Martinsville's tough, man. If you he knows he's faster than the 03. They had almost a 3-second lead over the 03 and the 51 here. So he knows he's faster than him. He's already gotten to the back of somebody. Levi's not going to give up the bottom, so what do you do if you're Joe Burchett? You eventually will have to play bumper tag with him. And now green flag pit stops are coming. They can only go 50 laps. They pitted on lap 102. We're coming to lap 150 now.
I know this is racing. Everybody wants to race. Everybody wants to keep their position or advance. Nobody wants to go back at spot. But, got to think the 03 and the 51, I don't think they really have anything for that 27. How long are you going to hold him up before you get dumped? Not really dumped, but, moved.
Right.
There's always that risk when you're getting moved of you losing the handle on your car. So, when do you let him go?
As the 41's coming down pit road, Joe Burchett's coming down pit road. The 51's coming down pit road. 51 may have possibly got a speeding penalty right then, guys. He came in hot. So that surrendered the lead, too. The 03 of Levi Allen took the last of first challenge. He's now in first. He's got to finish there. As he's coming down pit road now. Going to surrender the lead to the 12 truck. What do these drivers do now? Do they take tires under green flag? Dalton Kilrow did. He had a 14-second stop.
Depends on how many sets I have left. If
I'm in the pits right now. Joe Petret is taking tires.
So a majority of them, Coffee, did not take tires at lap 50. There's only 3 sets total. 2 in the pits, 1 on the truck. So, I mean, they were due a tire change at this point, just based off strategy.
Yeah.
As trying to see if Levi Allen's taking tires or not. I don't think Levi.
Doesn't look like it.
No,
look like.
I don't think Levi's taking tires. So top 3 have not pitted yet. You got Mark Arthur, Daniel Hendry, and Stoney Benfield. As Chris Carroll just blew by Mr. Arthur right then. So Chris trying to get a lap back. Chris pitted on lap 134. But he can go a little bit longer. A lot of different pit strategies out here. When them guys elected to stay out earlier, that really threw a monkey wrench at the strategy game here tonight.
Yep, so that looks like Chris Carroll moves back to 1 lap down, gets one of those laps back.
All right, so there's 2 people that have not pitted yet. Or no, there's more than that. Wow.
He's still 2 laps down. I was wrong.
Did Mark pit already?
I don't think so.
No, he didn't. It's telling me Levi Allen. Never mind. It's corrected now. Sorry. So the last 2 people that have not pitted is Mark Arthur and Stoney Benfield.
Jason Day just hit pit road.
Yep, Jason Day and Jason Raymond. Let's pull up a side ticker so we can show who's battling for the lucky dog candidate. Right now, Levi Allen's holding it firm. All right, Mark Arthur's brought the number 12 down pit road, so it's up to the 75. When's he going to pit? 75's going around another lap. 75 pitting on 103, so if the rest of the field had to pit, the 75 is due in at any moment. So as it stands right now, Daniel Hendry will be the lucky dog candidate, but it has not cycled all the way just yet. As Mr. Arthur took 4 tires. Had a terrible pit exit though. You see how long he spun the tires right then? That's going to cost him a little bit of time on pit road. I cannot believe Stoney's still out.
I saw a little contact there in front of him from 2 trucks.
Oh, if he got a caution now, he'd look like a genius, wouldn't he?
Can we go back and see?
I believe it was Kilrow and Burchett.
Whoa. Oh, well, probably because Kilrow was in front of Burchett not even 2 laps ago.
Yeah, I believe they made contact there on the backstretch a lap before this one. So that leaves 5 cars on the lead lap.
Yep. Right now, if it cycles, 03 Levi Allen will have the lead once Stoney Benfield finally brings that truck down pit road. Stoney pitted on lap... All right, there he is. He's on pit road now. I was going to say, he pitted on lap 103. So Levi Allen is the race leader, but he took no tires right then. Trey Hoovler is behind him by just over a second, but he's coming fast. He's on 4 freshies. That last time around, he was a half a second faster than our race leader.
Yep, so Levi Allen is hoping for a caution right now.
Levi may be out of tires. No, there's no way, right? There's no way he's out of tires.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think.
Just saving a set.
Right. Or maybe a late race caution. Although,
yeah,
this has been a good race. No cautions really tonight. I mean,
we had 1 or 2 early, and that's it.
Yeah, I think, other than the stage cautions, of course, but as the 51 is going to apply pressure to the 03, going to drive it in there down low, going to bring the 27 with him. Joe Burchett led the entire stage 1. Then surrendered the lead to Mark Arthur. Mark's still in the 5th place spot right now, not really making up a whole lot of ground on these drivers either. Although I say that, last time around, Mark was the fastest truck on the track with a 1962 compared to a 2002 from Joe Burchett.
Yeah, I was about to call that out. I was like, you say they're not catching him, but Mark just put a blistering lap down.
Yeah, he was just 300s off his fastest lap. As he was 600s off his fastest lap right then. So now we see the 27 trying to play head games with the 51. I'm not sure how long Trey's been on the service. I know Mark's been on here for years. Joe's been on here for years. I don't know how long the 51 truck. I don't know if he's like a sim veteran or not. We're going to find out whenever Joe Burchett's trying to look down low. Just trying to play mind games with him, basically. And then he's going to tag him again. He's hungry. Burchett's hungry. He wants this race win. As lap traffic's going to really slow up to 51, the 27 had to lock him up. Oh, Mark Lewis. A dart without feathers right then. I shouldn't say that. That was rude. I apologize.
Well, that little checkup right there. Look where Mark Arthur's at. He's on the same straightaway. Close to these guys.
Dalton,
about a second and a half back.
Yep, Dalton is a second back, and Mark is almost 2 seconds back from race leader Trey. But he's coming. Fastest truck on the track that time was actually Jason Day. But Jason Day, we see, he is shown as a lap down. He is in the Lucky Dog spot. But Lucky Dog spot don't do anything for you if there's not a caution. As the 27, he is just driving it in like 10 car lengths deeper than everybody else. I don't know how he's able to make it stick.
Position.
Like, he's not typically, like Coffee said a while ago, you drive it in deep like that, you're going to give it up on exit. But he's really not. Like, just on a mission, like Scotty said, just completely on a mission. As now we have new race leader. Joe Burchett got Trey Hoovler in second. Dalton Kilrose in third. Mark Arthur's in fourth. Levi Allen's currently holding down the 5th place spot after putting it on the pole. He wants a caution pretty quick to go in and get them 4 Mr. Feelgoods he has left in the pits. As I think old Mr. Burchett, Joe the Show right here, just might check out on this field right here.
I think you're right. Unless we get a caution, I don't think anybody's going to be catching that.
I mean,
yeah, he's starting to put a pretty good gap down on the straightaways.
His
the
only
only person that's been able to hang with him has been Mark Arthur, and Mark Arthur's 3 trucks back.
right. His only
he peeks out to move up a spot though.
his true competition all night has been the 12 truck, and the 12 truck just does not have the track position needed right now, as he is going underneath the 41. But still, there's another hurdle still to climb or jump over. Got the 51 truck right there in front of him.
Yeah, Joe Burchett's dealing with lap traffic now, so it's going to be a benefit to that 12 truck.
Ooh, the track's gonna get tight right there for the 51. That allowed the 12 to get right there on the 51. 51 was not able to use the rest of the track off the corner exit. Will lap traffic play in effect? I just heard carnage. I heard metal on metal right then. I'm not sure who it was. Tattletale Box is not telling me, but I definitely heard metal on metal. As Mark's now going around the 51. He has almost a second deficit, second gap to our leader. And I just seen our leader's battling lap traffic, but it looks like, folks, I think he may have clean track in front of him by almost a straightaway. 24 laps to go this time by the stripe.
Watch that little ticker, see what it tells us.
Look at him fight that truck as he gets on the entry. We've seen guys sliding the whole time, but Joe is really sliding. Watch that steering wheel turn to the right on entry here. And of course, broadcaster Curtis didn't do it that time. Never fails.
Mark's gained about a 10th on it.
He has. He has indeed. Let's go on board with Mark and see how he's pushing compared to what Joe was doing.
Look at there, almost 2/10 that lap.
To be fast at Martinsville, you gotta slide the tires. Like, you gotta be sliding on the entry. Like in the super lates, when I qualify here, I bump my brake bias way down. Like, you're wrecking loose on entry. And that's what Joe's been doing all race. And that's how he's been so much faster than the people on entry. But it comes at a cost, especially over a long run. But he's here. Mark said, honey, I'm home. Remember me?
You know, it's got to be going through Joe Burchett's head. You know, I moved him to pass him earlier. What's he going to do now? Especially coming down to the end of the race.
If you've been moved by the driver, now granted, Joe did a class act. He let Mark not only gather it up, Joe gave away 2 spots. But at the end of the day, he got in the back of you. He turned you. What's going through your head right now, Scotty? If you are Mark, if you get there to him.
Oh, we know Mark. Mark's probably not going to do anything intentionally. You know, Mark would never do something intentionally, would he? But, you know, if Mark has a faster truck, you know, sometimes that chrome horn works a little better.
He's closing the gap for sure.
I don't.
Down to 3/10 now.
If I was in the 12 truck, and now I love Joe Burchett, but I don't care if you gave up every position after you wrecked me. You might not have a bumper if I get it to you, especially if we're going for the race win.
Yep.
I mean, I told you earlier about the I rating. When I counted, there was 15 drivers in here, right? 11 of the 15 had a 3,200 I rating or above. So getting a win in this series, it's a task. I mean, so if you have one sitting here in front of you at the dinner table, you're gonna eat.
We got 15 laps to go. Mark Arthur has had the fastest truck on the track over the last 10, 15, 20 laps now. When's he gonna press the issue? 2 to go?
I hope he don't, because Joe Burchett's my pick. But earlier I didn't think Joe the show could be denied. I don't think this 12 truck can be denied now. What happened?
Joe get a little wiggly on the straightaway there.
I was looking at SDK. I missed it. So the battle's on now. I mean, it's on. We're riding on Mark Arthur's front bumper right now.
These two are definitely checked out from 3rd place.
Almost a 2-second lead, yeah. I mean, it's a battle between these two. Got a Yoda and a Chevy Silverado. No Ford in the picture, Scotty. I wonder why.
You know, these guys might have a 3K or over I rating, but they still can't handle that Ford power.
The closest Ford they got to him. Look at this right here. That's Daniel Hendry in the 5th place spot. You say the pace car?
Yeah, I don't even know if the pace car's a Mustang or not. But.
Yeah, I hope it ain't. It shouldn't be. As Mark tried to get there to the back bumper of the 27, paid the price for it though, got really loose on the exit. Let me pull this top ticker up just to not take any of the screen real estate away. As we're 12 laps to go, boys. All right, chat. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Going to be 11 to go this time around. If you could, hit that thumbs up button on the YouTube channel. It helps us out a ton. We have 92 subscribers right now. We're on the road to 100. Hit that sub button. Hit that thumbs up button. Let us know you're enjoying the content. We're here every Saturday night bringing you this action. And I think fireworks are getting ready to pop off any minute now.
I see every time Mark gets a little close to Joe, tries to diamond a little bit more.
Yep.
And he loses just that little bit. He can never get the power down in time to drive up under Joe. You know what he's trying to do. He just can't get it done. Joe's a little bit too quick. I think the only way Mark gets around Joe here is using that bumper.
Yep, I agree. With Martinsville, that's about the only thing you can do. If somebody really doesn't want you past them, it's really hard to get past them.
Yeah, just hug that curb. I mean, if you don't open the door, they're going to have to kick it down. As it's almost like roles in reverse now. Look how much deeper Mark is driving it in there as we're 8 laps to go versus the 27. Now, the 27's been the hunter all night. He's been driving it in there so much deeper, but right now, 27 looks like Bambi and the 12 looks like Elmer Fudd trying to hunt him down.
Because I wonder if they'll catch the slap traffic in time to enough to make a difference.
It's Jason Raymond up front or out in front of them.
We saw Mark really driving in deep. Almost got it to the back of Joe. Washed up a little bit. And look how much time he lost off of him.
Yep. paid the price for it, and also got into the wall down the front stretch right then. So Marcus, he's trying. I mean, he's giving it everything he can. If we have another first-time winner tonight, that's going to be insane. 7 races in, 7 new winners. I mean, you can't ask anymore for a series, right?
Has either one of these two won?
Mark's won at New Hampshire 2 weeks back.
Oh, okay.
But Joe Burchett hasn't. As we're 5 laps to go.
Closer to that lap traffic.
Oh,
too.
they're going to catch him. They're going to catch him. That time around, Joe Burchett was almost 2/10 faster than the lap traffic. And also, he was about 2/10 faster than Mark. But that time around, he was only 300s faster than Mark. So I think Joe
uses stuff up.
Yep. I think.
In too deep.
Yep. I think the right front is screaming help at this point.
But these boys, I don't think they're racing for position, are they?
I think they are, Scotty.
Jason Raymond, Aiden Young, they both are, yeah. They're both 3 laps down, so this is a battle for position in front of the race leaders.
That's
These guys
not.
aren't gonna be running.
That's not what Joe wants to see right here. As Aiden Young gives him the lane, but Jason Raymond's going to make it a fight. As Mark's probably in Jason's ear, hold him up, hold him up.
They would never do that, would they?
Are they in the same channel? They are in the same channel. I don't like saying that.
The
Though.
white flag is out.
Yeah, final lap. It don't matter now. Hold him up all you want. 27 has had the most dominant truck tonight. Had an up and down battle though for it. 27 coming out of turn number 4 to cross the stripe for the final time. $30 richer is Mr. Joe Burchett. $10 richer is Mr. Levi Allen. And as far as the incident count, I had to have either Coffee or Scotty tell me that because I can't pull that up and see.
It will have to be Scotty because Coffee is not in the session.
There you go.
I am not in the session. I'm watching. I can't see how many. instances there are.
Awesome. Way to be there for me, boys. Appreciate you. Well, we'll find out eventually. But Mr. Joe Burchett, last move still. And 7 races in. We have 7 winners. Only 10 drivers are making it into the playoffs. Man, oh man. Shout out to Joe Burchett. Tonight's race winner. Mark Arthur's in P2. Trey Hoover's P3. Dalton Kiro's 4th. And Daniel Hendry got into an earlier incident, like lap 3. Ended up battling back. Got himself a solid top 5. As Levi Allen in the 03. He elected to take the last to first challenge. He qualified on the pole, so he got himself $10. But he tried to get $20 extra and just ultimately did not pay off for him. But still, having the balls to do that is still impressive. So now, Scotty, I'm going to give you the honors with our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Hoovler, as we get him up into the booth for you.
Ray Hoovler, Scotty, Tanner, and Alex in the booth. You got us?
Sir.
Hey, congratulations on your 3rd place run. How'd you do it?
Man, just tried to race Martinsville like Martinsville. Get in easy, roll that concrete, and just make sure you finish the bend. And a lot of people don't do that. They get in gas too early, burns the tires up. So just did that and tried to stay consistent and stay out of trouble, which I think I did. I don't think I had any trouble all night, so it was nice.
Yeah, I don't think we called your name at all with any contact incidents or anything like that. What did you need to keep up with Joe Burchett and Mark Arthur? Seemed like they were just on another field. Just
yeah. After I pit, I think they pitted a couple laps later. So I think their tires were fresh. You all know better than I would. But I know I was the first one in. So I think they pitted a little later, and they were already in front of me. Like they were the 2 I think that wrecked coming out of 2. They got into each other, so they were the class of the field. I maybe a little better center. Be the only thing I could think. It felt good on entry, felt good on exit. So maybe just a little faster.
well, once again, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. You got any sponsors or any shout outs you want to throw out there?
No, man, just shout out to the league. Shout out to these guys, man. We went at like 100 laps green at Martinsville. That's tough. So no, just shout out to them for keeping it clean and hopefully a fun race to watch.
All right. Well, good talk to you. Good luck next week.
Yep, appreciate it.
Alrighty, that was Mr. Trey Hoover. Brought it home in P3 here tonight. Scotty, your second place man. The pink LOL or My Little Pony tonight, actually. Mark Arthur, the floor is yours, Scotty.
Well, Mark, you are my pick to win it. I think you were sitting in 5th place. I know you really love Martinsville. You almost got it done. What'd you need?
I needed Joe not to be in front of me. I mean, these trucks, like I said it in the stage break, it was like it's so hard to pass, and that's why I stayed out right there. I knew they'd short pit me, or I knew they had short pitted me, and I knew that they would be faster, and they would come out in front of me. But I said, it's Martinsville, right? When people go to start pitting and stuff, chances of having a caution or something pretty high. I know we didn't have a whole crap ton of cars on here, but that was my bet. I was thinking, well, I'm going to stay out. If there's a caution, all those guys would be screwed because they'd be at least 2 laps down. And I said, I made that bet, man. And I just said, well, I'll have faster tires for a little bit anyway in case there's another late caution. And then we stack them back up, I'd have the better tires. But I was surprised that the tires were better for as long as they were, because it was like 25 or 30 laps. I was faster than all of them and catching them, but passing Dalton, passing Trey, and trying to get back to Joe, it just burnt my stuff up. I could have put a bumper to him there a couple times. I could have returned the favor, but it wasn't his fault. I told him that after the race. He apologized, and I said, man, that wasn't you. I said, we have to basically park these trucks in the middle of the corner, get them turned, and if it's pushing, you got to give that brake extra little stab, and you're trying to get so close to get the runs off the corner because the truck's just got no power coming up off the corner. And when you do that, there's a chance that you're that close, somebody pumps the brakes, you're going to hit them. And that's all that was. And he stopped and tried to give me it back. So I wasn't mad. I wasn't going to put it back to him. I don't race like that.
Yeah, we saw Joe stop, try to let you gather it up and get back moving. He actually let a couple guys go around him. We called that, that was a pretty class act for Joe to do that. He could have easily just walked right out your life and never looked back. But so yeah, right. Big shout out to Joe on that.
Yeah, a lot of people would have. A lot of people would have said, "Well, it wasn't my fault. I didn't mean to get into him," and they would have just, stood on it and took that position. But it was a class act. He slowed down. I seen it, and and then I see the 2 guards that passed us both, and I said, "Well," and at first, I'm like, "Well, he turned me," but then I was like, "Well, he didn't turn me." I said he bummed me, but I kind of gathered it up. I don't know who cleared my black flag. I guess Tanner did. I don't know. Somebody cleared it.
I'm not sure who did that, but we were all waiting for that moment. Oh man, I didn't know you were going to break that early. With you on those fresher tires, but
we were so close, man. He was right up my tail for God Almighty, what? I had to be 1,000 laps.
It felt like forever. It felt a while.
And well, when you got a guy up your rear like that, it feels like even longer.
Right.
But it's like I was like, man, oh man, how long can we race like that close? And it's just the same thing when I got behind him. You just can't go nowhere. You couldn't go anywhere in these trucks unless you were way faster than somebody, or they just moved over and let you go, or you moved them. One of the two.
Well, it was definitely fun up here calling the action and watching YouTube battle it out. You got any sponsors or shout outs you want to throw out?
No, just shout out to my sister Lori and my mom. And I'm going to correct you, Tanner. So I know her name is Constance, right? And that's what she logged in as. But, moms and emails and stuff like that. She signed
is it Connie?
It is Connie.
Okay, I've always wanted to call her that, but I did not know for sure. But I've heard.
She hates the name Constance and likes to go by Connie. So
Connie. I wish you would have told me that. Now I feel bad. Well, I saw Sam call her Connie once, but I thought that was kind of an inside joke between them or something. Yeah. I have a cousin named Constance. She hates the name Constance, and she goes by Connie. So right. I didn't know 100%. So thank you for letting me know. And Miss Connie, I apologize wholeheartedly. I am sorry.
My sister Lori loves to be called Lola.
Lola? Okay. Yeah. So Connie and Lola.
Really.
Oh,
Not
no.
Really. That's an inside joke with me and her, but you can call her Lola all you want to.
I'm going to. I mean, a sister, that's fair game. We can do that. But the moms, we can't. Anyway, so Keith, he just sent me a text message. Mark, congratulations on the second place finish. He had the most dominant truck there during spurts. He kind of flip flop between you.
I think me and Joe were dead even, man. I think we were dead even. And,
it was
just, I'd look at the times and, like the last lap there, I see I was faster than him, but there's laps he's faster than me. It's just all it was. Did you get in there and hit the brakes right? And I was trying to tell Josh, I think it was Josh and Dalton and them, and I said, the way this truck is set up, the way this setup is, and I was surprised this was the open setup. Actually, I was like, holy crap! The regular setup must be horrible. This wasn't terrible. It was just wouldn't turn, and it didn't have any oomph to get you up off the corner and rotate the truck. And I was telling them, I says, what it is there's such a fine line right there. There's a tiny, tiny window where you're on the brake, off, back in the gas. And that off, back in the gas window is so small, and if you hit it late, you're slow as heck coming up out of the corner, and if you hit it early, you're pushing, so you got to get out, and you're slow again. So that window is so tiny, and that's all it was. Like, he'd hit the window, I'd miss it. I'd hit the window, he'd miss it, and it was just a back tug of war back and forth. That's all that was.
All right, I got you. Mark, congratulations on the second place finish. I'm sure we'll be talking to you next week. I'm not even sure what we had next week. But until then, I'm sure we'll be talking to you then, buddy. Congratulations.
Hey, I want to thank Michael Falk and you guys too. I know I can talk a little bit, but
you don't say.
Yeah. I just got to use the bathroom. I just got to use the bathroom. That's all. I just got to tinkle a little bit, man.
Hey, if you think you think I'm bad, you should hear my mom. You can put the phone down while she's talking to you and go mow the grass and come back. She's still talking to you.
Mark's, I still have all the viewers. She's still hearing you say that, so I'm gonna cut you off before you get in any trouble. All right.
All right, man.
See you, buddy.
Later.
That was Mr. Arthur. Brought it home P2, 1 spot short. Now, like I mentioned, 7 races, 7 different winners. We have the show in here. Joe Burchett. Joe, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Joe, you and Mark had by far the most dominant truck all night. Jason Day was also matching lap times with y'all, but he got off cycle, went a lap down. That's what happens. But we saw earlier when you lost the lead to Mark, you kind of got into the back of him. You were able to drive it in a little bit harder than everybody else. Did you kind of just misjudge it that one time, him kind of parking it because the setup was so tight?
Yeah, I mean, we were nose to tail, like feet, maybe not even feet from each other for 25 laps every corner going in, and I just looked like he got a little loose, and I tried to check up, but I couldn't check up quite in time, and I just barely bumped him, and it sent him on around, but I tried to check it up, hoping he could kind of maybe somehow jerk the wheel back to the right and bring it back straight, and we could keep going, but it ended up looping it all the way around. Luckily, he didn't hit the wall or anything, or one of the guys behind us drill him, because that would have made me really feel bad for getting into him like that. I don't. My thing is, I want to race you as clean as possible. I want to pass you, with my own will, not with using the bumper. I know Martinsville's the king track of, you bump them once, let them know you're there, bump them twice, I'm ready to go, and the third time I'm moving you out of the way. But I'm usually one, I just try to use strategy and just wait, for the person to make a mistake on their own and just capitalize on that, and not really try to force my way around people. I had to do it a little bit tonight, but with Mark, I felt like me and Mark were just, I think we had the exact same truck. He was just in a Chevy and I was in a Toyota,
right?
But everything on those suckers were the exact same. They probably could have came out of the same shop.
Right. I mean, y'all were the class of the field, and in racing, 9 times out of 10, the most dominant truck or car usually don't win that race. That's why we race, because anything can happen, especially Martinsville. But Joe, you finally got that elusive win in the truck series. Congratulations on that. And a class act. When you did get the Mark, not only did you give that spot back up, you gave 2 more spots back up. So I mean, that's a class act right there, Joe. You got any sponsor shots you want to throw out there? It makes that 27 so fast, week in and week out.
I just thank everybody. Overtake Motorsports. Levi. I think Levi had a really good run tonight as well. Glad he got the pole. Unfortunate he couldn't do the back to the front challenge all the way, but I think he made still a good solid effort out of it. Sponsor wise, Morgan Olson and Robert Woodall. He's got a Chevy, I think Nissan. I think he has a Toyota dealership as well. He's kind of local here to the area. Got some family that was watching the race. This is my home track. I think similar to Mark. I'm about 30 minutes to the east from Martinsville, so this is the closest track to me, and this is the one every year, any schedule. If I see Martinsville on the schedule, that's the one I want to win.
Hey, that's me too, and saying my home track. It's by far my most favorite track, so I'm sure you've been here a time or seven, huh, in real life?
Yeah, oh yeah. Can't miss a race every year.
That's awesome, Joe. That's awesome, buddy. Well, no matter what, you just punched your ticket into the 10-driver playoffs as long as you start 75% of the races, which I think you will without a problem. Joe, we go to, let me pull up the schedule real quick. Next week, Joe, we are going to... Let me pull it up and then we'll wrap this up. So we're going to New Smyrna next week. So another short track on the schedule. We'll close up shop with this final question. How do you like your chances going into a track like New Smyrna with these trucks?
I think it's gonna be a track very similar to USA, kind of earlier in the season, and kind of similar to Martinsville. I know it's got a little bit more banking in the corners than Martinsville, but I think they're going to kind of somewhat drive the same. Hopefully the guys have patience for somewhat like they had tonight. I know we had a little bit of a rough start to get started tonight, but once we kind of got going, we had long green flag runs, and I think it showed the good racing that we did produce tonight. So I think New Smyrna could do the same thing. Me personally wise, y'all know me. I've ran with y'all in the supers and some with the modifieds from past seasons. I'm a short track guy, so anytime we go to a short track, I feel like I've got a shot to win. As we get to the bigger tracks, it kind of moves out of my area of expertise, but if we're on a short track, I feel like I can definitely run top 5 and contend for the win. So that's where I'm going to try to be next week.
Right on, brother. Well, I'll be for sure up here calling action. May have Scotty or Alex up here with me again, but go celebrate tonight. You just punched your ticket in. Win at your home track. It gets no better than that. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank y'all, man.
Alrighty, folks. There you have it. That was Mr. Burchett. Got him a race win here tonight. Finally, that elusive race win. That first one's always the hardest. Then after that, they seem to come a little bit easier, even though they're still hard. Let's go to the top 10 real quick before we close it down. Joe Burchett, Mark Arthur, Trey Hooler. That's your podium finishers here tonight. Dalton Kilroe and Daniel Hendra. That's 4th and 5th. Levi Allen started on the pole. Elected to take the last first challenge. Ultimately didn't pay off for him. He brought it home in P6. Jason Days in 7th. Tony Benfield, Jason Raymond, and Aiden Young. They're rounding out your top 10 finishers here tonight. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't, slap that like button one more time just for good measures. Make sure it's highlighted white and looking pretty. It's been Tanner Marr, Scotty Stevens, and Alex Coffey. They joined me up in the booth. Thank you, fellas, for coming up in here with me. It's been a good one. We'll be at New Smyrna next Saturday night. Until then,